Hello friends, welcome back to our channel. Today's story is called The Song on Willow Street. The violin had belonged to his mother, who had passed away years ago. Though it was worn and scratched, its sound still held something special, something that reminded Luca of warm afternoons when she had played for him. Let's begin. Every morning, before the city fully awoke, 17-year-old Luca carried his battered violin case to the corner of Willow Street. His coat was thin, and water dripped onto his shoes. One morning, Mr. Hale didn't appear, nor the next. His violin grew older, strings replaced again and again, but its voice stayed warm. He realized Willow Street itself had become part of his music. If you did, please don't forget to hit the like button and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback means a lot to us. And in every note, there was still his mother's memory, Mr. Hale's kindness, and the small shared moments that made life beautiful. You can also tap the bell icon to get notified when we post a new story. Thanks for joining us today. The Song on Willow Street was never just Luca's. It belonged to everyone who paused to listen, and everyone who remembered what it felt like to be moved by a simple tune on an ordinary day. Some mornings he'd see new faces, some days familiar ones, but always there was someone listening. Worried, Luca asked around until he learned Mr. Hale had been taken to the hospital. Without hesitation, Luca walked there, violin in hand. Standing by the window of Mr. Hale's room, Luca began to play the first tune his mother had taught him, the song Mr. Hale had liked most. Even among beeping machines and hospital smells, the melody felt alive. When the song ended, Mr. Hale opened his eyes, weak but smiling. "Thank you, Luca," he whispered. "Never stop playing." A few days later, Mr. Hale passed away peacefully. Luca played one last song at his small memorial, the notes carrying gratitude and sorrow in equal measure. But then he saw Mr. Hale across the street, waiting patiently with his umbrella. Taking a breath, Luca began to play. The rain seemed to soften as notes floated through the damp air. Shopkeepers looked up, customers lingered, and the world, for a few minutes, felt quieter, gentler. When Luca finished, Mr. Hale clapped softly, eyes shining. "You see," Mr. Hale said, "even the rain listens." Willow Street wasn't grand. Cracked sidewalks, old brick buildings, and tired shopkeepers opening their shutters. From then on, he often stopped by to listen. Sometimes he offered gentle advice, a softer bow stroke, a clearer tone on high notes. Slowly, Luca's playing grew stronger, deeper. Word of Luca's music spread. A woman who sold flowers on the corner would hum along as she arranged bouquets. A young painter began sketching Luca mid-performance. Even a tired delivery driver, always rushing, once paused, whispered, "Thank you," and left a folded bill in the case. It wasn't fame or grand concerts, just small moments of connection that felt real. Luca realized music wasn't only his voice. It was a thread tying strangers together, even if only for a song. Yet, it was alive. Vendors set up their carts, neighbors greeted each other, and stray cats prowled for scraps. The man's clothes were neat, but old, and his eyes, behind thick glasses, glistened with something Luca couldn't quite read. When Luca finished, the man stepped closer. "You play with feeling," he said quietly. "Don't lose that." Luca looked up, startled by the interruption. Then he saw not just an old man, but a face etched with years of stories, eyes that twinkled with kindness. Taking a deep breath, Luca nodded. "Thank you," he whispered. In this quiet place, Luca played. His first notes were always gentle, almost uncertain, as if asking permission from the street itself. Soon, the melody would rise, filling the air with warmth. Passersby slowed down. Some dropped coins, others paused to listen, and a few simply smiled before hurrying on. Luca didn't play for applause or money, though both helped. He played because music was his voice, the only way he knew to speak the ache and hope he carried inside. On days when life felt too heavy, the violin's song felt like breathing again. One morning, while playing an old tune his mother loved, Luca noticed an elderly man standing a little distance away. They spoke for a few minutes. The man's name was Mr. Hale, a retired music teacher. One rainy afternoon, Luca sheltered under an awning, unsure whether to play. Weeks passed. Time moved on, as it always does. Yet Luca kept returning to Willow Street. One spring evening, as the sun dipped behind rooftops, Luca paused his playing and looked around. The flower seller humming, the painter sketching, strangers stopping to listen. Friends, this was our story for today. We hope you enjoyed this heartwarming tale of Luca and his music. If you haven't already, we invite you to subscribe to our channel so you never miss out on our magical stories.